Imagine this. Most men spend their lives chasing women, sending endless messages, overcompensating, hoping that somehow, magically, she will fall for them. The brutal truth is that effort doesn't create attraction. It destroys it. Women are not impressed by how hard you try. They are drawn to scarcity, confidence, and power. The more you chase, the more you reveal neediness, and neediness is the death of desire. The reality nobody tells you is that attraction isn't about proving how much you like her. It's about making her want your attention, making her chase without even realizing it. Every smile, every "I miss you," every late-night text before she's invested a fraction of her effort diminishes your value in her mind. You are giving her power she hasn't earned. She doesn't just want you. She wants to earn you. And when she senses that you are not desperate, not immediately available, suddenly she becomes curious. Suddenly she begins to wonder. This isn't manipulation. It's psychology. It's rooted in instinct. Scarcity, mystery, independence, these are primal triggers. When a man pursues constantly, he signals the opposite: availability, predictability, dependence. Women are hardwired to detect these signals because they indicate value. Effort is cheap. Effort without demand, without standards, without boundaries, is worthless. She doesn't fall for effort. She falls for value, and the only way to create that value in her mind is to make her work for it. Most men don't understand this. They text too much, answer instantly, agree to every plan, explain themselves endlessly, and hope for affection in return. The truth is that women are constantly testing men, whether consciously or not. Every withdrawal of attention, every teasing remark, every subtle challenge is a measure of your self-worth, your confidence, your composure under pressure. She wants to know, how does he handle scarcity? How does he handle being challenged? How much of his life does he sacrifice for mine? Your answers are not verbal. They are psychological, embedded in your behavior, in how you respond under tension. When you stop chasing and start living your life fully, she notices. Not immediately, because women are wired to resist easy wins. But gradually, the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. You are not available on demand. You don't adjust your schedule to fit her whims. You maintain hobbies, ambitions, friendships, and routines. This subtle detachment creates intrigue. She can't read you. She can't predict your reactions. She begins to chase because the mystery is intoxicating, because the challenge stimulates instinctual desire. Mystery is a silent weapon. Most men overshare. Their thoughts, their feelings, their schedule, their past. Oversharing kills attraction because it removes the need for her to invest curiosity. A high-value man reveals only fragments, just enough to spark interest, to create questions she wants to answer. She becomes emotionally engaged in discovering you. Her brain begins the pursuit, not because of your effort, but because of the gaps you've left intentionally. Scarcity, combined with controlled self-disclosure, triggers desire. Confidence is another invisible magnet, but not the loud, arrogant kind. True confidence is quiet, internal, and unwavering. It signals that your self-worth is independent of her validation. You don't apologize for being busy. You don't explain why you didn't text back immediately. You don't beg for attention or reassurance. This internal power radiates outward in subtle ways through tone, posture, timing, and presence. She notices the difference even if she can't articulate it. Her brain responds before her conscious mind does. Every interaction is a psychological test, whether you see it or not. She may ask casual questions about your weekend, not because she wants information, but because she wants to see if you prioritize her over your life. She might tease you about achievements, past relationships, or your confidence to see how you respond. She may withdraw affection momentarily, watching to see if you crumble or remain steady. Men fail these tests all the time because they react emotionally. anxiety, over-explaining, chasing, or trying to fix perceived mistakes. Women are not consciously manipulative in every moment, but evolution has wired them to reward composure, autonomy, and high-value behavior while punishing neediness and insecurity. Learning to recognize these patterns changes everything. It allows you to step back, observe without reacting, and respond in ways that trigger desire rather than repel it. Composure is your weapon. Emotional independence is your leverage. And subtle, consistent scarcity makes her invest more and more into your attention. The more she invests, the more attached she becomes. She begins chasing without consciously realizing it. Let's explore the mechanics of this pursuit. When she texts, she often measures reaction time. Immediate responses signal availability, predictability, and low status. Delayed responses, carefully timed, communicate independence and scarcity. The delay isn't about playing games. It's about creating tension and demonstrating that your life doesn't revolve around her schedule. She notices, she wonders, and instinctually, her desire grows. When she cancels plans, most men panic. They offer alternative times instantly, apologize, or complain. That is the exact opposite of attraction. The correct response is subtle, calm, and composed. Maintain your schedule, acknowledge her casually, and offer an alternative later. You are showing that your life is valuable, that your attention is not disposable. She begins to seek you because she senses the power in your composure. When she brings up other men or her past relationships, most men react with jealousy or insecurity. This is a fatal error. Women are testing emotional stability, dominance, and self-confidence. A calm, playful, and subtle response, perhaps humor, perhaps a simple nonchalant acknowledgement signals strength. She begins to compete for your attention, not you for hers. She may flirt, then withdraw, or tease and then challenge. The natural impulse for men is to chase, to explain, to convince. But chasing is exactly what confirms low value. Instead, remain playful, maintain your independence, and let her curiosity do the work. The uncertainty triggers desire. She becomes the pursuer without realizing why. The psychology behind this is simple but powerful. Humans value what they work for. The harder she must work for your attention, without it feeling like a forced test, the more she values you. Investment builds attachment. Emotional energy spent seeking, teasing, and testing increases desire. Men who overgive, overtext, or overcommit bypass this mechanism entirely. Women perceive them as predictable, available, and therefore less valuable. This principle works in countless real-life situations. She texts first, and you don't reply instantly. She notices you didn't drop everything to answer. Her mind begins to chase. She cancels plans, and you don't panic. She senses that your life is full and independent, and suddenly your attention becomes precious. She mentions other men, and you respond with calm humor. She feels the pull, the subtle tension, and unconsciously starts pursuing. It's not manipulation. It's psychological leverage based on instinct, scarcity, and perception. You don't coerce her feelings. You protect your own value while creating an environment in which she naturally chases. The key is maintaining consistency and composure. Every reaction communicates status, confidence, and autonomy. The slightest panic, desperation, or overreaction undoes weeks of subtle tension building instantly. Scarcity, mystery, and emotional independence are not optional. They are fundamental. The more abundant you appear, the less she desires you. The more she has to invest mentally and emotionally, the stronger her pursuit becomes. She will text, call, tease, and even compete, all because your behavior has activated her instincts. Most men will never understand this. They will chase, over-explain, apologize, overinvest, and wonder why she loses interest. The truth is always the same. They gave her power she hadn't earned. High-value men understand the invisible rules. Attention is currency, desire is psychological, and scarcity is power. When you embody these principles, everything changes. She initiates conversations. She plans time with you. She flirts and teases. She invests effort emotionally. She chases not because you demanded it, but because your behavior, your independence, and your composure triggered instinctual desire. This is the brutal red pill truth. Attraction is not created by proving affection, effort, or devotion. It is created by cultivating value, scarcity, mystery, and confidence. Women chase men who cannot be bought, who are unpredictable, who are independent, and who signal strength without needing constant validation. The modern dating battlefield is harsh. Most men enter unarmed, chasing validation, surrendering control, and reacting emotionally to every interaction. Those who understand the rules, the psychology, and the subtle mechanisms of desire are the ones who win. They are the ones women chase. They are the ones who set the terms of attention and investment. So the next time she smiles, teases, withdraws, or challenges you, ask yourself, is this genuine connection, or is it a test? And more importantly, how do you respond? Every reaction, every delay, every boundary, every display of composure communicates your value. She is watching. She is measuring. And if you maintain the invisible standards of scarcity, mystery, and confidence, she will chase without you ever trying. In the end, the brutal truth is simple. Stop chasing. Start existing. Protect your attention. Build your value. Live your life fully. Make her work for what she wants. Desire is born from effort, curiosity, and emotional investment, not from over-delivering. She will chase. She will invest. She will pursue. All because you learned to stop giving yourself away for free. In a world where most men surrender to neediness, your independence becomes irresistible. Where most men overcompensate, your composure is magnetic. And in this battlefield of attraction, knowing the invisible rules gives you an unfair advantage. She will chase. She will seek. She will wonder. And in her pursuit, you remain untouchable, unshakable, and in control. This is the art of making her chase you without trying. Not manipulation, not games, but the mastery of psychology, perception, and value. The truth is dark, brutal, and often ignored, but once you understand it, nothing in dating ever feels the same.